What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 67 of the Playing With Myself franchise. We are getting ready to start the off season after our disappointing season wraps up. 11-5 in the regular season, big win in Philly, big blowout loss in Seattle. It's time to re-sign some stars. Let's see, Jeffrey is going to be first up. He wants 630. We're going to give him 750. Philip Dorsett. Kenny Stills wants 8.8. We're going to offer him 9 over those 4 because he is going to jump into our number 2. He's not interested. That figures. We're going to have to figure out our number 2 situation then. Is Will Ty going to come back as our backup? Yes, he is. CJ Wilson we're going to let go. Quan Williams wants way too much. Marlon Guy resigns. Heaney. Zenner. We're going to let Malcolm Smith and Manny Lawson both walk, I think. Well, Manny Lawson definitely. Let's go take a look at Malcolm Smith's. Oh, I ended negotiations with Malcolm Smith. Good times. Alright, Joe Flacco. What are you asking for? 8.22 to be my backup. Best of luck, kid. Of course, we're going to franchise tag you. End negotiations with you. Ladarius Webb we're going to end negotiations with. Nawarni going to end negotiations with. What do you want, Bernard? 700. We'll give you 750 to come back for 1 year. Not interested. What about you, Cole? What do you want? Cole accepted. And now we have this little issue here. Quan Williams. How much would it actually cost to get him to sign? Yeah, he wants almost $7 million a year. That's not going to happen. We're just going to let him walk. Three interceptions on the year are not worth $7 million. So we have to let Kenny Stills go, unfortunately. And now, before we start our free agency haul, we're going to take a look at where our roster's at right now and figure out what exactly we need to target. We've still got Glennon as our backup, so QB is decent. Jotting my notes down here so I can keep track of where we need to look. I still like that trio at running back. Love Juice at fullback. So we're probably going to go Mike Evans. Dorsett still in the slot. Benjamin and Patterson are going to be the 4-5. So we're going to need to get a number 2. We've got our 3 tight ends. Solid, all 3 of them. Costanzo, I mean, he's been hit or miss. Decent enough. Not too many missed opportunities for blocks, but a bunch of holds. That was kind of frustrating. We have 3 defensive ends. We're going to need to try and target somebody who can start on the other side. Our 3 middle linebackers are solid. So we're going to need 1 backup outside linebacker. At least 2 cornerbacks. His speed's still 89 though. I don't know. I'm tempted to keep him just because his speed's 89 and his awareness is 87. Got a kicker. Got a punter. Alright. So our big trouble spots are that second wide receiver and a defensive end. Other than that, we're just looking at depth. Maybe a cornerback too, if we can get one at the right cost. I'm not going to go break the bank for a cornerback at this point. Derek Carr asking 85.3 over 6 years. Matt Stafford's looking for 12.5 over 5. Johnny Manziel. I want to see what his stats look like. 89 throw power, 86, 80, deep accuracy 65. He has 97 confidence. That's because he's a fucking egomaniac. Kaepernick. EJ Manuel. I think I'm going to go get EJ Manuel to be my backup. Throw power is 93. Short accuracy 80. Medium accuracy 80. Deep accuracy 64. He wants 5.16 over 2 years. I'm comfortable with that. Devontae Freeman is going to get paid. Doug Martin, free agency. There's Thomas Rawls, man. I don't know what happened to him. I wasn't looking to spend any money. At halfback, but with Thomas Rawls out there, I think I gotta try and make an offer. Wow. Whoa. Whoa, 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 look at that. And what was the other position I wanted to draft at? Or sign? Oh, I wanted to look at defensive ends. Is that Leo Collins? He's up to a 90 overall. Mario Williams is still in the league. Timmy Jernigan. Tuitt would be nice too. Wow, Tuitt is very low asking price. Is that Telvin Smith? Huh. High up there on the asking price though. Sean Smith, Bradley Roby, Kyle Fuller, Jason McCourty. I think Jason McCourty at 3.3 for a year seems like a good grab. I don't need anybody there. I don't really need anybody there, but fucking Calvin Pryor is tempting. Let's go ahead and head through to week 2.
All combine stats such as the 40-yard dash are now available in scouting.
How old is who? So the only person I'm not looking like I'm gonna get is Jernigan. Oh, I didn't even see your other reply. It said he was 31. Let's see. I wonder if Tuitt is still available, because if I'm going to get outbid on that, he wants 9.68 over 4 and 2.2. I do have my filter off. I don't know why it's censoring you. Remember, it wasn't censoring anything the last time that we were fucking with it on yours, so it shouldn't censor anything on mine. I think I've got it set to censor like 4 words. Yeah, see? Undrafted. Projected 3rd round. He's got a decent combine, and they project him to go undrafted. The fuck is that? Whose fucking head is that? I'm so confused. Thomas Rawls accepted. Jason McCourty accepted. Oh, son of a bitch. So I got Brandon Cooks. Tuitt accepted and Jernigan accepted after fucking I assumed that we were losing him. And Manuel accepted. How much cap room do we fucking have at this point? We still have 11.6 in cap room somehow. Maybe I should keep Mike Evans. Play Evans and Cooks with Dorsett still at the slot. Trade away Josh Gordon. No, I still got Gordon for 2 more years, so I'm going to go Cooks, Gordon, Dorsett. I wish Evans didn't want so much. I don't know. We'll go see what happens with the draft. The Saints with the first pick. The Saints took a wide receiver. So the Saints,
He's a ferocious defender whose speed makes him a nightmare for offenses when he blitzes. After setting the team record
the Saints let Cooks walk in free agency
scouts I spoke with raved about
and replace him with the first overall pick.
captain a defense in a matter of years. Sources tell me that aside from his fierce reputation to get to the quarterback, his true value is that he can impact the game mentally as well as physically. Opposing offensive coordinators will need to give great thought to assigning a back or tight end to stay at home and block him during pass plays. This eliminates an offensive weapon and shifts the balance of power to the defense.
There's not really any cornerbacks up there.
This league garnered that type of attention, making him a special talent.
We might be able to get him. They say mid-first round. We are mid-first round. Fuck it. They have him ranked 17. We took him 10. 90 speed, 65 awareness, 85 man, 85 zone, 86 press. Not bad. That pretty much wraps up our needs.
Now that the Broncos have made their pick, let's go to Adam Schefter for more.
We've seen a trend in the past few years of teams preferring quick defensive linemen, and he fits that mold. He wasn't talked about a lot.
Oh, I was looking at him too. We need depth at outside linebacker.
Matt Miller told me that if he can just develop a set of rush moves,
Rated number 3 overall, and we took him at 27. So he might end up playing outside opposite Parker in a year or two.
The Lions are now on the clock. Lions pick is in. Let's go to Adam who has more on Gregory.
the foundation of any good team starts up front, and here's a guy who's a franchise dream come true. GMs I talked to pointed to several of his games in college where he took on some of the nation's best defensive linemen, going toe-to-toe with them for 60 minutes of brutal trench combat and dominating them. He's going to be able to protect the franchise quarterback in addition to opening up holes for the run game. With size, speed, and strength, he should have a very successful NFL.
I only bumped him up to 150. A lot of people were telling me I should bump him up all the way to fucking like 200, 300. But I didn't want to bump him up too high. Even though they are ridiculous right now. I feel like I gotta take this guy because of his combine grade. He's rated a mid-second rounder. I'm gonna draft a lot here, so let's just start going through. He's ranked 15. We took him 42.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Look, here come 3 in a row. He's not really fast. He's not really... What about you? 463 is second, but they say 465 is 7th. His vert is 3rd, his cone is 3rd. I mean, that's an option, but at the same time, 471 speed. At the same time, I mean, I'm already stocked at this year's. I can add a lot of depth that I can develop. Let's see what the offers are. Seattle's going to give me a 2, 3, and 5 this year to drop back. That 2 is this year's.
I see both teams filling out cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade. The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
They took that outside linebacker. This guy looks like he could be really solid. I've had bad luck with running backs.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
'We need a guard, but there's not a guard sitting here. Four, 7, 6. 4, 5, 7. He's got the fastest speed of any middle linebackers. See what happens.
The Broncos are now on the
Rated 68, we took him 50.
Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick.
Like football, rugby's a sport that's played with guys of all shapes and sizes. In his case, he was one of the big guys pushing and pulling blocks in the center of the pitch. He was playing rugby for a university in Australia before he was recruited to transfer and play football for 2 seasons here in America. His first year was spent adjusting to the game, getting used to the different rules and how to play his position properly. The guy even had to adjust how he tackled now that he had to wear pads and a helmet. But his second year is really where we started to see what he could actually do. He's a physical
Take New England's 2 and 4 next year.
was able to pick up a good addition to its line with a bit of an interesting history.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Take Seattle's 2 and 5 next year.
Both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming. Seahawks have just made Hughes their guy. Let's hear more about him from Adam.
After a string of injuries his junior year and what looked like more of the same as
See who's still out there.
decision to leave the team. It was a difficult
Doesn't look like anybody we scouted still out there. A receiver we scouted that's projected for a 4th round pick.
His body needed more time to heal from past injuries, and opting out of his senior year helped him make a complete recovery in preparation for the draft. So even though
23rd speed for wide receivers.
convincing scouts he hadn't lost a step. Some teams were concerned with his competitiveness after foregoing that final year of eligibility, but at least one team was confident enough to pick him up. Now
Rated 201, we took him 95. That's a good pick. Advance the next user pick.
All right, the Ravens have just made Durham their guy. Let's hear more about him from Adam.
he had an average day at the combine, but
159.
scouts pointed out was his
We are in round 5.
40. He ran an average time for an offensive lineman, but the big area of focus for guys his size is the first 10-yard split. It
Take the Browns 4th round pick from next year.
across the first 10 yards. This is a good measure of how quickly a lineman can get out of his stance and get downfield. Wouldn't be what he did at Indy.
Let's go take a look at the roster and see what we need to adjust. Decent speed, decent strength. Nah, mediocre carry. His catch is mediocre. Catch in traffic is higher, surprisingly. We could always trade Sims now. And at wide receiver, Benjamin becomes expendable now. Unless we are going to trade Evans. Holy shit. Tackle 77, hit power 83, catch 66, speed 85. And that might just spell the end for Tyvon Branch. It's going to, I think. He is still an 82, so I mean we can try and trade him before we cut him straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm thinking I might go ahead and slide Jason McCourty back to be my second free safety. Go with this Jackson kid, Livingston, Banks, and then Tarpley is my number 5. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 isn't bad either. Is this kid worth holding on to? His tackle is shit. His catch is nice though. They've now got Blake set to play ahead of Heaney. We're going Jernigan, Brockers to it. Golston's going to be let go. And on the offensive line, we still need a guard. Alright, we're going to advance to the first week of the preseason. Take a look at what's available in free agency. John Brown is available in free agency. So we're going to sign him up, trade him off. Kyle Ford didn't get signed. Holy shit. Left guard. Couple rooks, but nothing good. I don't think so. I know the MVP went to Russell Wilson. I didn't see who Coach of the Year went to. Philip Gaines is still out there too. Wow. We need to clear 800. Charles Sims is going to find himself added to the trade block. I think Bass is probably going to end up being let go. .94 speed, 95 route running, 93 catch in traffic, 94 catch. Jesus. So I was going to keep Evans for the year, but now I'm torn because Brown is a monster as well. So I'll go Cooks, Brown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brown is really solid. I think I'm going to go ahead and trade Gordon too. Hope that we can re-sign Brown or franchise him for a reasonable price next year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. I can't remember if I just cut somebody or not. I know I moved people. He's down to a 79 now. Who is Jenkins? I'm going to bump Drake Cole over to B. Depth free safety. Oh, he's up to a 95 overall. His juke is 90. So I am going to, I think I'm going to wrap up this episode and be done with Madden for the evening, because I don't feel like playing meaningless preseason games right now. Kyle Fuller actually ends up going above Prince Amukamara. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could just straight up release McCourty. He would clear some cap space up. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. Get back to it. Well, I know Tyvon Branch isn't going to be here. So that clears up some cap space. And who was it that I was going to sign in free agency to put on a trade block? Oh, it wasn't even a trade block guy. It was Philip Gaines, who's incredibly underpriced. So that pretty much means that McCourty is going to end up on a trade block. Why don't we just skip the trade block altogether and go send him to play with his brother? He'd be the nickel back there. They won't give us a 4. What if we throw in a 5? Look, what if we give you a 6? A 5 and a 6 with McCourty for your 3. They're not interested. A pair of 5s. No interest. Add him to the trade block. Next episode, we will play our first preseason game, and we will go ahead and look at our trade offers. So that's it for this episode. I will be streaming something else momentarily. I'm not sure what yet. I'm going to take a look and decide on that. But thanks for checking out the off-season episode. Hopefully this year that we're headed into, 2018, will be a little bit better off. 11-5, not a bad regular season. Big win against Philadelphia, great defensive showing, but the turnovers taken to the house by the Seahawks put us in the box, put us in the ground. So thanks for checking this one out.